Everyone. Hoping you're having a great day, and hope everyone had a great 4th of July as well. About to get the Facebook Live going, so just give me a second. So exciting news for myself. I recently just joined a co-working space here in Portland. So it's pretty nice, has coffee, has a conference room that I could use and everything, pretty fast internet. So I really feel like this is one of the futures of the economy, because you don't need to spend like $1,500 on an office space. You could just use it as needed. And a lot of the work that I do is all virtually, so I can work from anywhere. But it's nice just to have an office where I just come and this is where I work and I don't get distracted and everything. And yeah, just get a lot of work done. Right now, I'm currently working on my website and everything for Grow with Joe. So big news is I finally got my financial planning licenses. So now I can start doing financial planning for individuals. And the concept of Grow with Joe is I want to combine financial planning with self-development coaching, because I believe that in order to have money to invest or to plan out your financial future, you need to have a good job. And in order to have a good job, you need to be a competent individual. And to be a competent individual, you need to be a strong person. Mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, just so that you can have that better job. Because John Wooden once said, your outer circle success will never surpass your inner circle success. So if you want the outer circle success of your career, your money, and your relationships, you got to work on yourself first. And so what I want to do with Grow with Joe is help professional Latinos grow into better versions of themselves, because in life, you don't know what you don't know. And I spent a lot of time working on myself for the last 7 years by taking improv classes, reading over 200 books, listening to 20 hours of podcasts a week, and I just have a lot of lessons. Then I put that all in my daily podcast called Your Daily Cup of Joe, where every day you get a quick lesson on how to grow yourself in those 4 cornerstones. And so excited to do that. So if you want a complimentary consultation with me, to go over like what we can do for you in your finances, like what to do with your 401k, if you have an IRA, if you have an inheritance, if you have kids, college planning. Yeah, just done that. We can go through an entire gauntlet just to make sure that all your bases are covered with your financial life. And yeah, I'm excited to start this. Finally, I can start mentioning out to the world that I'm starting my own financial planning firm, and yeah, I'm excited to do this business, because it's important to me, because growing up finances could be tight, and I realized that if I wanted to have a better financial future for myself, I would have to take control over my finances. And then I realized, there's a lot of other things that just go into finances. Like nothing ever lives in a vacuum. They are all interconnected with each other. So today we're going to talk about how nothing grows in your comfort zone. If you really want to get more out of life, you really have to be comfortable with doing uncomfortable things. Like for me, uncomfortable thing is doing these Facebook Lives, because I'm an introvert by heart, and I don't really like to speak in large crowds and everything, or have a lot of attention brought to me. I do better at smaller crowds. But the idea is, if I want to grow this Grow with Joe business, I have to be better at marketing myself and everything. So just to spread the message of Joe, because I could build this great thing, but if nobody knows about it, then what is it good for? Like it's like kind of like that old saying, if a tree falls in the forest and no one's around, does it actually make a noise? Well, like with your business, you build this great business, but if no one's there to see it or hear about it, then it really doesn't exist. So to help you get that better life and everything, you just have to start doing uncomfortable things that are really going to push you. Like for me, one of the first uncomfortable things I ever did was going in the Marines. I was 17 years old when I first got interested, but then I tore my ACL. But then it's like, oh, you just have to go to boot camp and say yes. And that was uncomfortable. Going through that entire experience was comfortable, but it really helped me grow up a lot as an individual, and just provided me a lot of opportunities. Going through that uncomfortable period of boot camp and the 7 years in the Marines provided me a lot of leadership skills. It provided me a good perspective on life, provided me my GI Bill, which paid for all my education. So yeah, I'm glad I went through that uncomfortable thing. I don't want to be in it right now, but I wouldn't take back that experience that got me to this point right now where I'm at here, starting my own business called Grow with Joe. So you really have to do uncomfortable things. Like, it's uncomfortable, like if you're trying to go back to school, it's uncomfortable to study for tests. Like, you can go hang out with friends or go watch Netflix or play video games. But if you really want to progress your life forward, you got to do certain things. Like, I know one thing that's uncomfortable with like starting a new business is like marketing, like getting your content out there. And then also just contacting people, just asking like, hey, do you want a financial plan? That's uncomfortable to do, and you just have to ask for business. If you don't ask for anything, you're not going to get anything. Nothing is going to come to you. Like, if you're looking to be in a relationship, go out and ask somebody out that you can go out with. You could do that through one of those dating apps, or you could just do it in person. But the idea is, like, if you don't ask to go out with somebody, then it's never going to happen. So, like, if you want to grow with your relationships, those are the things you got to do. I would say once you get better at doing uncomfortable things, then that will help you do other uncomfortable things. One of the good uncomfortable things that I do every single day is I take a cold shower. So I don't use any hot water at all. I just turn on cold and just jump right in. And it could be like a little like daunting at first, because you're like, okay, it's going to be cold. But then after like 15 seconds, I've been doing this for about 2 years now. And it just makes going through that uncomfortable thing just makes doing other uncomfortable things that much easier. Like to get out in front and speak in front of a crowd, or to just have an uncomfortable conversation with somebody. By doing those uncomfortable things, you could just really resolve a lot of issues, especially with relationships. One of the key things that I wish I would have known, like back in the day, is I really would shut down when I was feeling uncomfortable or attacked, and I just not want to say, but I've gotten better at addressing conflict and everything. So but I really feel like taking cold showers, doing that uncomfortable thing every single day, makes it easier to do other uncomfortable things. So for me to start a cold shower, what I did is I just started hot shower first, and then the last 1 second just cold. And then once I got good with that, then I went up to 5 seconds, then 10 seconds, 15. And then I'm at the point right now where I just hop into a cold shower, and it could be like 30 degrees outside and I still hop in it. And also I feel like it helps you save water, because you don't really want to stay in there for 10 minutes in a cold shower. So, but I get it. Like, it's a quick shower for myself, just rinse and lather and everything. But doing that comfortable thing makes me, it helps with me doing other uncomfortable stuff, like doing this Facebook Live right here. And the idea is that by doing those uncomfortable things, is just really going to allow me to enjoy other things in life. You have to realize that nothing grows within your comfort zone. And I wrote a chapter about that in this book right here. So that's what we're covering today, is like nothing grows in the comfort zone. You got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's very cliche and everything, but it's so true. Like people who know how to do uncomfortable things are going to make it farther in life. You just have to be emotionally strong and spiritually strong. Like for me, like when I say spiritually, what I mean is self-actualization. You know who you want to be as a person, and you're being who you want to be as a person. And because I want to be a financial planner that helps Latino professionals grow into the best versions of themselves personally and financially, I know that I have to do this. And emotionally, I have to realize that, hey, I'm going to suck at the very beginning, and then I just get better every single time. And I remember going to this workshop, and they're talking about like, okay, they said, if you do this uncomfortable thing, what is the worst thing that is going to happen to you? And for me, the worst thing is like, hey, no one really sees this. No one hears, but what I benefit is I'm getting practice. I'm understanding how to run a Facebook Live more efficiently. And not many people are doing this. And so if I become a master at it and so I'm going against somebody that else is not doing this, then I'm going to be better off or be in a better position to take advantage of opportunities when they come my way. So even though it's uncomfortable and it might not work out for you, like I remember taking improv classes level 2, and that was really beneficial. It was really uncomfortable. Like I'm still not comfortable completely doing like different characters and different voices. And I remember when we were doing the show for the improv class, the graduation show, like I really didn't want to be up there on stage, and like I really didn't participate fully. I wish I would have did it a little bit more, but like just learning those improv techniques and doing that uncomfortable thing really helped me become a better communicator, helped me do uncomfortable things. So yeah, take an improv class if you're having trouble saying uncomfortable things, because it will just teach you how to do so. And if I never would have took those improv classes or took those cold showers, like I don't know where I'd be. Like, would I be starting my own business? Probably not, because I would have just been okay in my comfort zone. But then if I'm in my comfort zone, I'm not really being the person that I want to be. So you really have to understand, like, what do you want out of life? And realize that time is scarce. Today is the only day you got. And if you don't use it right, it's going to be gone forever. So for knowing that, I'm in my 30s right now, I have to understand that, hey, I have to maximize my time on this planet. Like if it's time to work, it's time to work. If it's time to play, it's time to play. And to help me get more play than work, it's going to require me to be uncomfortable. Like go and talk, if I had to have an uncomfortable conversation with a client, or if I was working for somebody, I would have to have a uncomfortable conversation about like what I want out of this job and everything, and how to negotiate. It's just really gonna help you if you can be uncomfortable and realize that like nothing really is gonna be life ending. Like if you talk to your boss and they say no, that's the worst that can happen. But those no's can be, like I know those no's could be very heartbreaking. Like you're like, I didn't want to hear that no, but like you get over it and everything, and just take it as a learning lesson to realize, okay, you got to know, but like, did I say everything I wanted to say, or did I display that my request in the right way that's going to make it easy for my boss to say yes, or for my client to say yes to whatever I'm offering. So yeah, being uncomfortable is going to take you very far in life. And like in this new economy, like it's you have to kind of choose yourself. And that's going to come from working on your branding and working on your marketing, just so people know who you are. And you have to also realize that 80% or something like that of jobs are filled before they're even posted on classified ads. So if you're good at your branding and your marketing, and that's going to require you to be putting yourself out there and being uncomfortable and everything, you're just going to set yourself up for more success down the road when the opportunity comes. Was that success is when preparation meets opportunity. So if you can do that, you're going to be fine. And that preparation is going to come from doing uncomfortable things. So I would highly recommend that just start doing something a little bit uncomfortable and then just ratchet yourself up and then just see where you go. I can't believe where I'm at right now versus when I was in high school. In high school, I was super shy. I would probably never be doing this. I was always want to keep to myself. But I realized that, hey, to get to where I want to go in life, I have to be uncomfortable. And I recommend that you do the same. And if you need any more tips, you could go check out my book, More You Know, More You Grow. Just go to growwithjoe.me/book and just pay for shipping and handling. It also comes with a a free report that gives you my top 15 books that change your life, your top 15 podcast episodes to give you a great mindset, and my top 15 YouTube videos to motivate you when times get tough. So you can get that once again at growwithjoe.me/book. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment and make sure to follow my podcast, Your Daily Cup of Joe, for more of these Joeisms. I like to say just enjoy listening to my podcast in the morning while you're getting ready, just so you get in that right mindset for your day. So hope you enjoy the rest of your day, everyone, and take care.